is the Multimedia Madness podcast. It is Davis and Jayden as usual.
What's up?
We are talking about what the heck is going on with YouTube Rewind this year. It's still, I don't know what happened there. Getting a little bit hype on the first 3 episodes of Crisis on Infinite Earths because
Woo!
that was definitely interesting.
Yep.
It's been good so far, and Jayden's got some more gaming corner news to go into. So as soon as you're ready, let's get going, buddy.
All right, you wanted to start with Crisis.
Yeah. So if for people that didn't know, it's like equivalent to like the end game for Marvel in movies, but obviously scaled down to TV.
Mhm.
Like basically every year. Well, yeah, every year since like the first season of Flash, there's been some sort of crossover. Some like characters, people have gone in and done something, a big thing, right? Um, the biggest one my favorite up until this point was Earth X. It was the multiverse one prior to this that was about Earth X. It's an Earth where the Nazis won, so all these like characters are fighting for the Nazis, like Hitler and everything, right? So there was doppelgangers of Arrow fighting Arrow and Supergirl fighting Supergirl, Flash fighting Reverse Flash, like. And that was my favorite one up to this point, and it was really good because it actually still played into the show, each show a little bit because it introduced another character for the Flash going on. It flowed through.
Mhm.
And then after that was one called Elseworlds, where they introduced the character called the Monitor and the Book of Destiny. So it had literally, if you could just read this book and whatever you thought became reality, right? So this introduced we already had multiple Earths and everything, multiple universes on the CW shows and everything, but it introduced the Monitor. He's the guy that like kind of watches over all of them basically.
Mhm.
And that led into this one, which is Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's the biggest thing because not only is it like Arrowverse, so Arrow, Flash, Legends, Supergirl, Black Lightning, like it had characters from across years of DC movies and TV shows. So like the current Titans from the DC Universe app had a cameo. Burt Ward, the actor who played Robin in the 1960s Batman, Adam West Batman,
Mhm.
he had a brief cameo at the very first episode. You have
That's hilarious.
Tom Welling from Smallville showed up. Um, um, people are annoyed at me, but I can't remember his name. The voice actor for Batman for that Batman animated series, he had a pretty big cameo on it. Yeah, I wanted to just kind of discuss a little bit. I've been talking about it more on this channel as well, specifically my exact feedback. Um, you're not much of a comic book fan or anything, are you? I asked you
Mhm.
to watch at least some of it before this, but
Mhm.
and like, do you watch anything Arrow, Flash, any of those shows?
No, I mostly just watch Minecraft Let's Plays from like 2012. That's not a joke, by the way. I enjoy a lot of older content compared to the newer stuff.
Hmm.
Like, but usually my head goes like between places, or I'll watch like a Twitch stream of some friends I know. I know of a guy who's almost about to get us affiliate ships, so go check him out. Woo! Anyways.
Cool. Um, well, so yeah, basically this is but the reason why this one is so so big is like I said, it's across multiple TV shows and everything, and so episode 3 just ended yesterday,
Mhm.
and it's the episode 4 and 5 are coming out on the same day, but not until the 14th of January. So there's
Oh
such a
God.
big gap between the third and the final episodes.
You know what that gap reminds me of? It reminds me of the Castlevania anime series. They released 4 episodes, and then like 2 years later, they they did season two, and it was like it wasn't nearly as good as the original. So let's hope it's better than that with this
Yeah.
huge break. But
Oh, I know. I think a part of it might be. I think because I know like The Walking Dead really popularized like mid-season finales and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
leaving it and then giving like 3 weeks or whatever and then coming back. I think this is partially also due to the fact that Legends of Tomorrow hasn't technically started their newest season yet. So it's they're the final episode of the crossover. So it's basically their first episode of their season is going to be the last episode of the crossover.
Hmm.
So I think that's why they're doing it to extend, so you can still extend out and to keep the viewership going so that everything's still, you know,
Yeah.
keep on going. So, and I think they're putting a decent amount of emphasis on Batgirl or Batwoman, I should say, because Arrow is ending and Batwoman is beginning. So they're trying to put a lot of push a little bit on her to
Hmm.
actually get her character going quite a bit too. So I don't know. It's been definitely interesting so far. Um, Whatever. This is kind of a little spoilery if you haven't seen it yet,
I'll
but
cover my ears.
Um, but this last episode, my one of my favorite parts is the fact that they have Lucifer from Netflix. Well, I guess it wasn't originally on Netflix, but still,
Yeah.
the he they actually have him a part of it too. It's like that's not even an actual comic. Well, it is a comic book character, but like it's not in the same realm. But
Hmm.
they introduced his Earth as Earth 666.
Yeah.
So so as
Of
soon as I
course.
saw that, I was like, yes.
That's hilarious. Of
So
course, Lucifer gets put as the satanic world, satanic
yeah,
Earth.
yeah, because they're literally it's Constantine going to talk to them to go so they can get a key to purgatory. Like, yeah,
Swag. That's awesome.
yeah. It's definitely really interesting, and I don't watch all of the Arrowverse shows. I only really watch Arrow, Flash, and Legends, and then I've restarted watching Supergirl basically just because of the crisis. So
Hmm.
I caught up on that again. Um, but then yeah, there's a lot of shows. It's really hard to follow all of them, but they're not all that good. You
Hmm.
really have to kind of just be into the comics to really be interested in all of them.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's been a different a good experience. It's so far the first one was good, the second one was kind of filler, and the third one's been the best. So
Third
it's
time's the
kind of
charm. Third time's the
yeah.
charm.
So
You
yeah,
also have
I've
vlogs on this stuff, so
yeah,
go
I've
check
been
those out.
putting yeah, exactly. Check them out. I've been putting my reactions, thoughts, recaps of each episode literally like as I finish watching them basically.
Hmm.
They've been on this channel, so
There you go.
but because I go into a lot more detail in the vlogs, and because you don't really have much to say about that's really all I can really talk about with it because it's not done yet,
Hmm.
and it's definitely really good. Like I am comparing it quite a bit to like I said, to like Endgame, because that was all movies coming into one final thing. Now this is a bunch of canon into a TV show, and it's at like it's obviously TV level, so it's not going to be as good of quality, but it has pretty good quality
A
um
TV show.
for a TV show, and like yeah, I've been liking it so far. The stories have been good so far. Um, yeah, it's I don't know. That's all I really have to say about it. Like I said, because you don't really have much to go
Input
off
in
of
much
that.
input. I'm kind of just like listening to you, just like yes, this is a great show. Yes.
Yeah. Um.
Did you get Disney Plus?
No.
No, not yet. Neither have I. Like when I move out, I'll definitely get it for myself unless my parents get it. It's like cool, you guys can just share the password. But
Hmm.
right now, like I don't really have much incentive to watch it other than like The Mandalorian for Baby Yoda. That's all I've been like seeing. It's just like
Yeah, all the memes.
yeah, all the memes. Like everyone's like Disney Plus is awesome. It's like for Baby Yoda, yeah, for Baby Yoda, and it's like
That
I,
and all the nostalgia has
exactly.
been
It's a huge
yeah.
nostalgia thing. Like some of the newer content, I bet I could really see everyone caring less about, considering like all of the old stuff is the good stuff, like Hunchback of Notre Dame, Lion King, Aladdin,
Mhm,
Emperor's New Groove, which is something I would definitely watch. Emperor's New School. I never fully
mhm.
watched that TV show. That would be a show I would watch. So maybe if I get Disney Plus in the future, I will let you guys know how the Emperor's New Groove plays out like 7 or 8 years late. When did it come out? Let's take a quick Google. Emperor's New
2003 is my guess.
2003. Jeez. 2006. Wow, you are really close. Holy. What
Wait,
the?
when were you thinking?
Like 2010.
Oh fuck no, it's not that recent.
No. Well, 2006.
You were 4 years off. I was three, so I guess we were
We're
both pretty
we're
close.
even.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't have many TV shows I really watch. I haven't been on Netflix in a hot minute. Let's just take
Yeah.
a look at what I've been waiting to watch. There's like, oh, dude, wait, okay, found something. I'm gonna watch this now. Final Space season 2.
Yeah. Oh, I've watched the entire thing already.
Is
It's
it
it's
good?
awesome. Oh, it's so good. I
Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. Isn't this like? Oh, that's the original
that's
Jumanji,
the
isn't it?
that's the original the rock for the one that came out last year.
Oh, okay, so it isn't like the new one. Okay.
No. Yeah. Welcome to the Jungle. That's that one. This one chapter I think it's just called Level 2 or something like that.
Hmm.
Um that movie looks I think we reviewed the trailer for it. It looks so cheesy. Yeah, we did.
We
We
did?
did.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, we
yeah,
did.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
that was one
remember
of the
that.
first trailer reviews we did.
It was like,
It
oh.
it looks I'm not gonna bother seeing it. It's gonna be the exact same plot as the first one. If it
Yeah.
when it comes on Netflix, maybe I'll watch it. But
That
as of
other than
now,
that, it's like,
I
ew, why bother?
yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Um,
I really should be watching a lot of these shows because I see a lot of them. People keep talking to me about those. Like, have you watched Naruto? It's like, no. Hunter x Hunter? No. Like,
the what I'm watching right now on Netflix, the main show I'm doing is that 70s show because
oh yeah,
it's nostalgia for me because like
because you're
I'm
from the
laughing
70s.
basically, yeah. But no, I watched it all the time as a young kid, probably around 8, 9, 10, 11, something like that.
Hmm.
Um, and like there's a part in when they're so if you've ever watched it, they're literally sitting in a circle and the camera is always like a POV shot, then it turns to the next person, not
Yeah.
POV, sorry, close up, and it turns into a circle, right?
Hmm.
And they're always just giggling and laughing and everything.
When they're
I
high.
didn't yeah, I didn't clue into that as a kid, but now I'm just like holy shit, like what
That's
the
hilarious.
like they're and like when you see Eric and his the walls are moving and everything like that,
Hmm.
I there was so much stuff I didn't get as a kid, but I get now and I laugh just of the fuck I was stupid as a kid, like that feeling.
Hmm.
But
Exactly.
I've been definitely binging that show right now,
Yeah.
rewatching that, and that's one show like almost every time I've watched it, I don't click the skip intro button. I rock out to the intro of that
Yeah.
song like, every time.
I can't even remember the intro to it. I always hit the skip intro. I just want to get straight to the action.
I can do almost the exact same thing, but I'm just not gonna sing it because I can't sing.
Ah.
Hanging out down the street, same old thing we did last week. Not a thing to do, but talk to
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
They're in
we're
the car.
all
All
right.
right.
We're
We're all
all
right.
right. Hello, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And they're all just rocking out in the car.
That's a great show. If you haven't watched that show, it's on Netflix. Watch it.
Get on it.
I gotta now, dude. Is it gonna be weird when Netflix eventually dies permanently? Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. Go watch it on Disney Plus. It's no longer gonna be
I
Netflix.
don't think Netflix, especially not anytime soon, even like Netflix will be at par with Disney Plus at the most. I don't think even in the next 5, 10 years, I don't think Netflix is still gonna go away. At like, if anything, Crave TV and like Hulu might, because I know right now like you can get a Hulu Disney Plus like package in the US at least.
Hmm.
So it might happen with us with Crave in Canada.
Yeah,
But Amazon Prime and Netflix are the two other big ones, and I don't think because of their original programming and stuff, like
yeah. They're not gonna go out of
the
business.
yeah, because like
It's not gonna be like a huge slideshow. It's not gonna be like Disney Plus literally has everything and Disney shows, and everyone's gonna go over there. It's like Disney just focuses on Disney and Marvel.
yeah,
So
exactly. Like they're gonna have all the Marvel stuff. It's Marvel and Xbox, wow, how did I say Xbox? That was weird.
You got
Mar-
Xbox on the brain.
Marvel and Star Wars are obviously their big seller for new content because like once the nostalgia feel starts to run off for people my age and your and everyone like younger wanting to rewatch the shows they watched them when they were kids,
Yeah.
when that starts to wear down, it's gonna lose its hype and it's gonna try to rely on the Mandalorian and other Star Wars content and other Marvels, but like the Marvel shows that are coming out for Disney Plus, I have a feeling that they're not going to flop. Like, of course, everyone's going to see them and watch them, but I have a feeling that people are going to get a little tired of Marvel content the next while. So
I
it's
could
going
see
to
that.
slow. So it's going to slow Disney Plus down in the next like 5 years or so.
Hmm.
But Netflix, I think, will still stay pretty strong because they were the OG, like the original, right?
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Plus, they have comedy, they have stand-up comedy and stuff like that too. So
I found a
get,
lot of those just like overbearing, honestly.
yeah, but some really good comedians only do Netflix now,
Yeah,
right?
which is true. Which is
So
a really risky maneuver to kind of do, but everyone has it, and they're probably not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna cancel the subscription because they're going over to Disney Plus. They're gonna probably keep both,
yeah,
even if it
exactly.
sucks them dry of money. They're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But
So
there's that. Anyways, shall we move on to the next thing?
talking about streaming,
It's talking about
let's go
streaming.
to YouTube.
Uh, yeah, let's go to the YouTube shit. So YouTube Rewind 2019 came out, and my God, how lazy can you get with
Yeah,
your year-end video? Sorry,
they were
this is a decade-end video.
they were like, "Oh, you didn't like 2018. We listened. Here's a better one."
Hmm.
Oh, it's just a tally of what you watched. Like,
Yeah, it's statistics.
what?
I'm sorry, I didn't
Like,
watch YouTube Rewind for statistics. I watched it for creativity.
yeah.
And like,
I never really watched them a whole lot. Like I watched the 2018 one. Like I've watched this one. I don't really remember any other year off the top of my head. Like if I go back and search for them, I would probably possibly think about it and
yeah.
remember it. But um, I do.
Oh my God.
Even though there's a lot of hate for the 2018 one, I still like that one better than this one because at least it still had like
Creativity and
your
stuff.
yeah, it started off with the Fortnite bust or whatever, and yeah, it included Will Smith, and he's not like a YouTuber, but still,
Hmm.
like it still had like a narrative to it, uh, where this one was just literally just clips and just showing statistics and everything. Like
Hmm.
I don't know,
I don't know. It was just so lazy. Like I'm clicking through this right now because I'm not like watching it, and it's like all of these likes and all of this just like really dumb stuff. It's like, oh yeah, uh, the top dancing videos, the top music videos, and stuff like that. The top
Mhm.
games that were streamed, and like I barely know a lot of these channels, and I feel like that's a really big thing. It's like some of these might be big names in places like these guys are big in South Korea, these guys are big in Brazil and stuff like that. It's like
And like they included T series. Like what?
I don't.
Do they not know that most people well, I guess YouTube's worldwide, so that's why
Mm,
they would include it. But like a lot of people are like hating on T series in North America
mm-hmm,
because they would rather PewDiePie have the top spot because even though he still technically is, they're like I think they're still neck and neck. PewDiePie I think is winning or has won the race or whatever it was,
mm,
but like why would they even include that? Because that's literally just a company and
mm-hmm. I don't
like
know. It's like
people,
adding. This is basically like a Watch Mojo top 10,
yeah,
except done with better videos and no commentary, no shitty commentary. Because top
yeah,
Watch Mojo top
sometimes
10, they're okay sometimes, but they're pretty bad.
yeah, depends on what it is and which
So
narrator it is.
yeah, so I'm looking at this right now. The like to dislike ratio 7.1 million dislikes to 2.9 million likes. So about three times as many dislikes. Twice as many. Yeah, twice as many dislikes.
On Oh, on the video itself. I
on the
thought you
video
were.
itself compared to, let's look at 2018. 2018, everyone controls the rewind. 17 million to about the same likes, 2.7 million. So
So it's basically the same.
it's basically the same, except 2018 was much worse. Now let's look at one from
Yeah.
2012. 2012 was one of the bigger ones, which was like your Gundam style came out.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it had 1.4 million likes to 86,000 dislikes. So that was pretty huge. 2013 was 1.5 million likes to 83,000 dislikes. And I don't know how people could
Only
like hate those ones.
only 1.5 million? Like
Yeah,
how many? That's a very low view count for.
the view count is 132 million. The
Oh.
like count is ridiculous.
Yeah,
It,
I hardly ever like videos. I don't because I don't like adding it to my liked videos playlist on my channel. So I
yeah,
almost never
exactly.
like sometimes I think the only times I really like a video are how ridiculous videos because they always ask if this video gets 10,000 likes, we'll do this. If this video gets 100,000 likes, we'll do this. I like their channel.
The YouTube
So,
algorithm.
yeah, so I actually um so yeah, that's a channel that I actually do participate in the click the like button thing, but most of the time I don't because I don't like having that fill up my bin.
Yeah, exactly, right? And it's so weird because I recognize like most of the YouTubers from the 2012 to 2014 era, and now everyone in like the 2016 to 2019 area, I'm like, I have no idea who you are.
It's well, and I'm not there's and your channel is going to be completely different than mine too, and like
Hmm.
that's the era when you would have been watching your content. That's the people that you know, right? You're not going to go searching for new people when you like the stuff that you like, right?
Exactly,
And it's going
right.
to show up, and that's how exactly how the algorithm works, right?
hmm I
They
keep
they're
getting
not
the
going to show
exact
you
same
new.
content over and over again.
Yeah, they're not going to show you new YouTubers because you're not searching for that stuff, right?
hmm
Like I earlier in the year, probably about uh so around September, I would say, I finally subscribed to Mr. Beast. So now most of my page is Mr. Beast, Peter McKinnon, and How Ridiculous. Those are probably the top three channels that I watch because I tend to watch almost anything Peter McKinnon does. So all of his stuff is always there just because I like him as a creator, as a person.
hmm
Same thing with How Ridiculous and Mr. Beast. His stuff is like interesting to be like, okay, okay, cool. Like there's some things that is like, holy shit, how do you afford this? And then there's a lot of stuff that's like, okay, I'm just watching it just to watch something on YouTube. So it
hmm
starts to show up on my channel all the time, over and over again.
hmm I like that's yeah, that's the thing. I'm like looking at what I'm watching right now, and it's like a lot of Rooster Teeth, a few like zombie YouTuber things. I just got randomly recommended Little Dicky because probably from the YouTube Rewind.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think YouTube Rewind this year was lazy. It should be definitely redone, especially when they added such controversial YouTubers at the beginning, like Rice Gum. Like, hello, why are you showing Rice Gum in your video, considering he was promoting gambling to children and trying to get like people to get scammed and stuff like that? I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I think you talked to me about it.
Yeah, it was like he was promoting this gambling website and he got called out for it, but he didn't apologize. But he decided to call out every other YouTuber that did the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. But
And like, why did they not include? So one thing that I makes no sense. Like, so Mr. Beast, Mark Rober, everyone's heard of him too, right?
hmm
He they teamed up with other YouTubers and stuff for the 20 million trees by 2020 thing.
yeah,
They should have included that at least somewhere in the YouTube Rewind because
yeah,
this is a big thing. They're almost there. Last time I checked, it was at like 17 million
hmm
something. Um, which uh, I think they really need to do. It's a really good thing, really good cause that, and it was really hyped up for a while, and now people have kind of like forgotten about it. It hasn't really brought up. Like I've seen Mr. Beast is still wearing his sweater in his
hmm
videos. Same thing. I think Mark is as well, but other than like yeah, at the start of November when they were talking about it, and now it's kind of definitely dropped. It has to get re brought up so people remember to get so that we can hit that goal because it's very close. I
Mm-hmm.
think last time yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Like
and
why is
they're
that?
probably going to be like, we didn't have enough time. It's like, okay, what else are you doing with your time? It's December 11th, so you had at least a month to finish this, and people would have rather it come out 2 weeks late and have the awesome things, or you completely remake the video and make it not a piece of shit,
Hmm.
compared to, yeah, we got it, but it's just a giant piece of shit.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Like I said when we first started talking about this, like they literally started the video off by saying we listened to you. You didn't like the last one, so here's a better one.
you
It's like,
clearly didn't listen to us because you just don't know what we like.
yeah, you still didn't do anything that much better. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe get actual people to do it instead of like CEOs.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Exactly. Bring
I don't
content
know.
creators that are actually bringing revenue to your website.
And exactly, they need to get back into making it YouTube content that individual people like myself logging on a camera compared to an entire company with so much money that they can freaking do whatever they want. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I like do perfect videos because they're spectacular. They have a lot of money that they can put into their content, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also like smaller channels too. They need to start pushing a little bit more, getting back into that flow of the smaller channels a
Mm-hmm.
little bit.
Yeah. So that kind of brings us into the other topic we have before we actually go back to the gaming corner. Because usually we start off with the gaming corner. This week we're going. We're
Crisis.
just gonna step over it and we're gonna just get back
Well,
to it later.
I had to talk about another video that I'm making
There
myself.
you go. Exactly. So YouTube is over. It's been trending on Twitter now. It's at 46,000 tweets. And in the past like 3 weeks, there have been so many fucking tweets about dumb stuff. Like really, really dumb stuff. Like H3 is over party.
Yeah, I
So
heard about that
so
too.
that one was just because, okay, K-pop fans are weird. And they kind of just proved his point by like sending him threats and stuff like that and be like, we're not weird and stuff like that. It's like, guys, we watch a video of a K-pop guy dancing and we orgasm on site. Like that's just how K-pop fans like are, kind of.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I don't, for sure. That's definitely not me. I enjoy K-pop from time to time. I listen
I've
to the
never
music.
listened to a BTS song.
Well, you know what? It was one of the most liked songs, so you definitely have listened to it, Davis.
I don't
Definitely
think
have listened to it.
I don't think I have, to be honest. I don't
Definitely,
think I've.
according to YouTube,
And
you definitely like it.
if
It's just how it is.
unless it's like played on something or like I've never clicked into a BTS
Yeah,
video or
that's
seen it.
fair.
I might have seen it on Ellen. I might have seen them on Ellen.
hmm Well,
Anyway,
anyway, one of the big things is like there are fans that make really really weird stuff. Like, what are these K-pop weird fans? I can't remember what exactly they're called. A Sasang fan, that's what it is. They basically invade their privacy by being like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to your house. I'm gonna be on I'm gonna get to your tour bus. I'm gonna sleep in your bathroom." Like these are the kind of fans. They really just invade someone's privacy.
that's
Like,
creepy.
and like that can be said for a lot of things, but Sasang fans are very very popular. That's why they have the name Sasang fans. That's just what they're well known by.
Hmm.
Otherwise, they're just crazy fans or fanatics or something like that. These have like they're basically their own separate kind of fan group and stuff like that. They have their own separate classification of what kind of fan they are.
Hmm.
And H3 just said, "Yeah, this is really weird." And the way he said it, yeah, it could have been worded a little bit better. It's like, yeah, it's like all of these little girls just like jerking off to like K-pop boys. It's like I can understand like girls being really really excited about a hot guy dancing and stuff like that, and like young
Yeah.
men get the same thing. Like they see a hot Korean girl dancing, and they just go nuts. And it's like that makes sense. That's just how the world works. That's just
Hmm.
how they are. But the way you said it could have been said a little bit better. It's like K-pop fans are weird. You could have just left it there. You could have given a better example. But the way you said it kind of just brought it to this point where H3 is over party.
Another was just like we were talking about last time with Don Cherry.
Yep, exactly.
It's how you said something. Like,
hmm
isn't H3 one of the largest channels on YouTube too? Like within like the top 10 or something like that?
No, they're not even close. They're just what are they? They're not even close to top 10.
Okay, well they're
They're pretty
in the at
close.
least in the top 50 then.
They're top like known
Maybe?
like knownness or like view count or Subscriber count?
I don't know. Subscriber. I don't know. A lot of people know who they are, so knownness, I
Yeah,
guess.
knownness. Yeah, probably. Like they have their own clothing line too, called Teddy Fresh, and
Well, a lot of YouTubers have their own clothing line because you kind of have to have a clothing line nowadays on YouTube to make money.
like not, but it's not like an H3 clothing line. It's a brand made by the wife of the. It's like a couple that do all this
Oh.
content and stuff. So the husband kind of manages like the YouTube side. It is kind of more the comedic one, and the wife is more like background kind of stuff. And she is working on her own clothing line. That's
Mm.
the way it is in my head. I don't know if that's entirely right, but I know it's partially right. So she designed
Okay,
this
so it's
entire.
not the same as like buy our merch, buy like
Yeah,
that you have every other t-shirt of every other freaking
yeah.
YouTuber.
It's not like Jake Paul. It's like Jake Paul #1. Buy the best merch ever. It's like it's called Teddy Fresh, and it's like a really really hipster kind of clothing line. Is
Mhm.
how I would describe it because it's got a lot of colors and stuff like that, and it's really kind of like mosaic-y, kind of like oh I don't know what kind of
Jackson Pollock.
Jackson Pollock. Yeah, that's a good way to kind of describe it. But it's more just like
Kind of like
the
your
arm is
hoodies.
this color, and then the wrist is this color, and then
Yeah, I was
this
gonna
is a
say
different
like
color.
the the Try Guys released a new clothing. It's literally because their colors are pink, green, blue, and purple. So
Hmm.
they literally have it looks like something out of the 90s. It's a sweatshirt, like a hoodie and sweatpants. It's like black is the base color, and then like the arms are one color, the chest is another. It's like big squares and stuff like that. It's
Yeah,
like okay, nah, yeah, no.
yeah. But Teddy Fresh actually looks pretty fly. Like a coworker of mine came into work with it, and I was like, "Holy shit, that looks amazing." So
Let's see.
like let me see if I can bring this up. Pulling
Hey,
this up
it's
right
the
now.
second one that shows
There we
up
go.
after when I spell the word Teddy.
Yeah, there you go. Teddy Fresh. Like they
Oh,
actually. So like there's H3. So there's
oh,
Ethan
I
and there's
think your
Ela.
one friend has this stuff. I've seen someone, I don't remember his name, but um,
Someone I know. I know one
yes,
girl has it, but that's about it.
but that looks still very 90s too.
Hmm.
But that's a very similar idea to same idea as to what the Try Guys one is as well. But yeah, it looks that looks very that looks like something you would see someone wear like in Saved by the Bell.
I would wear it.
Holy shit, it's $159?
Yeah, it's a very expensive clothing line.
Holy crap, fuck that.
I know, right? That's like I don't want to buy this, but if someone bought it for me, I wouldn't be too mad about it. So there's that. Um, so yeah, there he got called out for it.
Give us 5 years and we'll have some M3 merch.
There you go. So that was over. There was also the Twitch is over the Twitch is over party because of all the shit that's going down. And so on and so forth. It's like, guys, these hashtags don't really do anything. Remember there was a boycott on the new Pokemon game, and everyone was like, "Don't buy the new Pokemon game. It doesn't have the national dex. They're taking out all of these features." And then everyone bought it anyway because they're Pokemon junkies, and they're like, "Yep, you know what? We bought it anyways, and you know what? It is enjoyable." They took out a lot of stuff, but it is
That's
still enjoyable. It's the EA effect, is how
well
I'm
that
describing it.
it's not gonna happen like regardless because it's just like when people put giant posts on Facebook being like, I don't know, like we need more gun control, for example, and there'll be like a thing and it will get 100 likes or something, well, like thousands of likes. It's not gonna change anything. Like putting shit you're ranting on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, like
Hmm.
whatever.
And it's not gonna matter. It's really not. Just because your post gets a ton of likes doesn't really mean anything unless you can use that in some way. And
Hmm.
this YouTube is over party, like everyone knows YouTube is kind of over, but the only reason it's not going to be over is there's no competition. The who is it? Matt Castro. He is a YouTuber that goes by the name of Magikarp Use Fly, and he is a great YouTuber, and he had a really insightful Twitter thread about this. It's like, where was it? The only real competition it has is Twitch. Twitch is the 41st most visited website. It's not even top 10, and it's nowhere near the same ballpark compared to YouTube.
Yeah, you can't get the same content on Twitch as you can on YouTube. YouTube is the second world largest search engine
Yeah,
after Google. Like, and when you Google something, you normally get a YouTube video anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Exactly. So,
just because it's changing, like as I was just saying, like it's definitely more business orientated than it used to be,
mm-hmm.
but and there's still a shit ton of ads, like unless you buy YouTube Red or whatever, but that's not gonna it's not gonna they're making their own content. Like
Yep.
it's not gonna shut down anytime soon.
No, it's not. And the only way that it's going to get shut down is if something comes and tries to sweep it out from under the rug. Kind of like what Mixer's doing with Twitch right now. But I don't think Mixer is going to take out Twitch. Mostly because, just because you move a ton of big streamers over to your platform, like Ninja and Shroud, doesn't mean everyone's going to move over. Doesn't mean it's a better platform. And B, Twitch has been like a really, really good platform. Like, even I use it. It's like I've become a content creator on it, and it wasn't really that hard. I'm making a small amount of income. It's not nearly as much as, Ninja made from this fucking deal with Mixer, but, it's still good enough for me, and it still has some really cool tools. That's like, there's a tool that if you don't have any money to give, but you want to give something to the streamer to support them, you just watch a 30-second ad, boom, they get $1. Something like that. And that's a cool feature. That's not implemented in Mixer yet. There are some things in Mixer that Twitch doesn't have. There are some things that Twitch doesn't have, then Mixer does. It's like it's a back and forth thing.
Yeah.
And the only way that YouTube is going to be able to like get destroyed is if something bigger than YouTube. So if Google came out with their own search engine, YouTube kind of esque thing, that's the only way they really can.
Google already owns YouTube.
Exactly. There's no way that YouTube can lose.
Yeah.
There's no way this is going to happen unless someone comes out with this revolutionary new thing and gets every single YouTuber on there.
Unless there's Disney Plus Plus. And there's Disney Plus where you have to pay for it, and it's all the content that is already, and then Plus Plus is YouTube, but Disney owned instead of Google owned.
Okay, here's the thing. Like, some people aren't really concerned with the way that YouTube is going because a lot of people, some people don't swear in their videos. Some people...
We fucking do.
Well, of course we fucking do. We're Canadians. We always swear. But
oh yeah, bud.
Some people don't swear. They don't have violence on their channel. They don't talk about controversial stuff. They don't bully. They don't do this. They don't do that. They're not breaking any rules. So basically, they're just going to be gobbling up money. All that money that was going to these other YouTubers like iDubbbz, who makes a living off of bullying other people, which is the way he describes it. Not him. Not me. There's a literal tweet from him that's like, make sure you don't or download your favorite bullying videos, otherwise they're going to be, or YouTube's going to remove them, because one of his most famous videos, the Content Cop series, Content Cop Leafy, was taken down by YouTube because of the way that YouTube is moving.
Yeah.
So that's just how this situation is. It's not going to be over. So stop fucking saying everything is over unless it's actually going down. Unless you see the stock price go straight down and you see the users go straight down, it's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
Stop trying to do this. Stop being like, oh, because I put a hashtag YouTube is over in my tweet, it's gonna make a difference. No, it's fucking not. I put fuck Razor in my tweets and guess what happens? Literally nothing. Like an hour before filming this thing broke. Again, I had to unplug and replug it back in. While that's not a big deal for some people, it's a big deal for me because it's under my computer and I'd rather not go down there because I would rather have a product that stays plugged in all the time. And people might be saying, oh, it's the drivers. Oh, it's this. It's like the drivers are brand new. I got a brand new motherboard, a brand new processor. Literally everything is brand new. I updated this thing. I have 3 different versions of Razer signups that should be running this thing, but it keeps breaking down, and I don't understand. At first, I thought it was my computer because one of the USB ports decides to plug out because it wasn't actually replaced. It was something else, but it's not. It's the headset itself, and they were like, "Oh, we don't do refunds. It's a 14-day refund." And I'm like, "Are you serious? I seriously can't get a refund?" They're like, "Nope, sorry. We can offer a replacement." And it's like, well, we have to, let it go through all this stuff. It's like, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So the hashtags don't change the world, guys. Sorry. Your shitty Twitter account with 64 followers, that's how many followers I have, doesn't make a fucking difference.
Hey, you have more than me. I only have 50 something. 52.
Let's see. Davis Sterling. 55 followers. I saw 350. I was like, what the fuck? I have 66 followers. Get shit on.
Where did that number, the 350, come from?
The following. That's how many you're following.
Oh, following. I was gonna say because I don't even have that many tweets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just how it is. That I don't even know what more I could say about this other than stop fucking doing this. It's annoying to everyone. It doesn't do anything. And you're just trying to like see. I said 46.6 trend tweets. There's now 47.1 thousand tweets.
Well, that's what trending is that when someone puts it up and it gets trending, then a lot of people start doing it because they want to be on the hype train.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
Anyway,
okay. Before we get started with the last topic, I just want to
yes,
say
before you get into too big of a rant.
I love Twitter. I found this tweet the other day. It's just like, or today actually. I just watched 28-year-old Tyler Ninja Blevins struggle to figure out how to cut 2 slices of bread out of a loaf. He didn't understand how that worked, and I was just and I retweeted it. I said he wants to be known. I said best gamer of all time because he did a podcast saying I want to be known as one of the greatest gamers of all time. So I thought it was funny. So go like that fucking tweet, guys. But anyways, let's move on to the gaming corner, shall we?
Yes.
Dude, so personal thing before I get started. I've been playing a lot of games and stuff like that as usual.
As always.
As always, I have 100%ed a ton of games in the past few weeks since we haven't been doing this.
Did you get your Black Ops back?
My Black Ops, what?
You said you deleted all your
Oh
shit with
right.
Black Ops.
Oh yeah, and I got super tilted off that. So that day that I deleted it, the next day they did double XP, double
XP.
plasma, double weapon XP. So I was like, okay, cool. This is the weekend to grind. So I literally nonstop grinded for a little bit. I think I took 1 day off, 1 or 2 days off. I would work and then I would come home, I would turn on the stream and I would just play Black Ops. And then if I needed to take a break, I'd go play something else for a bit. It's like, okay, I gotta keep going. And that was that. So then I would go see Shannon for a bit. So over the past bit, I 100%ed Minecraft, Windows 10, Halo 3 for Xbox 360, Halo 4 for Xbox 360, Minecraft Xbox 360, Minecraft. Oh no, wait, Minecraft Xbox One I already had. So I had a ton of them. I am almost at 100,000 gamer score, which I'm super happy about.
So other than it just being something for you personally, like, what's the point of having a huge gamer score? It's something.
It's just a show off, honestly. I find it something. I find that going for achievements is better than just playing the game casually, because it's like, cool. Look at outside of the game, I could just be like, cool. Look at how much gamer score I have, and it's like, wow, that's pretty cool. You're pretty well respected. You have a lot of games, or you have the passion to complete these games, and that's awesome, and stuff like that. And in the past, there have been discounts.
The mind of a gamer.
Pardon?
I don't have the mind of a gamer.
The mind of a gamer. So well, I just found this article from 2012. Get those Chivos. Microsoft to offer Xbox Live discounts based on gamer score. So I'm looking at this right now. I'm looking at this picture. Oh my god, shut up with the fucking pop-up ads. I'm trying to look at this picture. But
So that was back in 2012.
This was September 29th, 2012. So Xbox Live rewards and reach 3,000 gamer score to get this. A special gift during your birthday month. So that was across everything. And then there was also 2% rebate on your Xbox Live Marketplace purchase every month if you reach 25,000 plus. So a lot of people were just getting like money back for having good gamer score. There were... Oh, wait, there was something else. Build your gamer score with the Achievement Enthusiast sale. Oh, okay. That's just like... Yeah, you want to build your achievements? Here's a bunch of games and stuff like that. I remember when I was going to go get my Xbox One, what you could do is they would give you a code based off of your gamer score, and it would be like, cool, here's $75 off your new Xbox console. So that was pretty fun.
So there is a little bit of actual real world.
A little bit of real world value, yeah.
Value, yeah. Nothing crazy amount, but a little bit better than compared to. There's nothing like that with PlayStation. You get trophies and stuff with PlayStation, but
yeah,
like that's why most like gamers actually are more into Xbox. I think that's probably a big part of it because of that like feel of like, yes, this is the number, like this is what, and it shows all the effort, especially you
Hmm.
going into 100%ing a game. Like, I don't think, yeah, out of all the years I've been alive, I have no games that I have 100%ed because I'm not, one, I don't care, and two, I'm not good enough of a gamer to do it. So like, beat the game on the hardest difficulty. Fuck that. I'm playing on easy. Like,
Let me.
like I started playing um I continued playing the story of Modern Warfare, and I was freaking getting pissed off, so I brought it down to one of the easiest levels, like the second easiest skill level,
Mhm.
and I was just like walking by and like instead of getting attacked over and over again, and I still died a few times. Like, nope, I don't put the pressure on that. Fuck that. I'm definitely
Yeah, I'm
very
done.
casual when it comes to gaming.
Yeah. Meanwhile, with me, it's like I just gotta win. And, and I love the gamer score. I love that aspect of like being rewarded for playing the game and doing different things and stuff like that. So with like I'm looking at some of the games right now. I'd probably say I've 100% at about 25, 30 games. And that's not a lot. Some people have 100% at thousands of games.
Hmm.
There are guys I talk to it's like, "Oh yeah, I have 100% at 700 games on both the PlayStation 4 and on the Xbox One." Like separately. So
Those are the type of people that literally probably like don't even work.
some people don't work. Some people do. Like unfortunately I work, but I'm trying my best to like 100% games on stream. But I still keep some from time to time just like, yeah, I'll just play it as I go. Like Black Ops 4, I tried it 100% it and then I accidentally reset my progress and I want to die. That's how it goes. But yeah, what are some of the newer games that I started playing? Demon's Tilt. It's literally demonic pinball. Fuck, that's a fun game. It's so good. And my dad, he came over and he started watching. He's like, "This is giving me motion sickness." And he's like, "What you should do is you should take your monitor, flip it this way so it's vertical, so the screen goes like this,
Hmm.
and then you could play the game like an actual pinball machine, and the camera doesn't move up and down trying to follow the ball." I was like, "That would be such a smart idea," and I've seen people do it on Twitter, and I'm like, "Holy shit, that's awesome." Disneyland Adventures. It's a stupid kids game. All I'm running around and doing is just like just waving a magic wand, getting coins and stuff, and meeting all the Disney characters and getting them to sign stuff. It actually is really fun.
So that's definitely not a okay. Yeah, that's a just wasting time type of game.
Yeah, it's not like a Call of Duty game where you're trying to rank up. Just like I'm ranking up my wizardry. Give me my Disney magic. No. Halo Wars 2. I'm trying to beat the game on Legendary. Fuck my ass, is it hard? Any game on Legendary or Veteran, I have a problem with. Halo Wars 1, I didn't. Halo Wars 2, I'm definitely have a problem with. I had to restart one mission probably about 3 or 4 times
Mm.
because I just keep getting destroyed. And I'm like, okay, now that I know the strategy a little bit better, let's move this. So I would just be like, okay, take this, move it
Fa-
over here.
Hence why failure is always an option.
Failure is always an option.
You learn from your mistakes.
Exactly. Saints Row 2, stuff like that. I tried 100%ing Below in one go. That did not work. Below is a hard game because you're just like, you're this guy trying to go through this cavern, and if you die, you restart at the top as a new adventurer. You have to go find your dead body, and then you have to keep going.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, until you beat the game. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's why you wanted to do it in one go, so you didn't have to find.
well, I wanted to do it in one go because it was leaving the Xbox Game Pass in like 3 days. I even tweeted at them saying, I'm gonna try it. They were like, good luck, and I'm like, I failed you guys so hard. I'm sorry. The Black Ops 4 comes first. Which, by the way, I got from the 13 guns that I had max ranked, I think I'm up to 7 now. So, with a lot of guns being like way higher level than they were before, like I even put like a really brief disclaimer. It's like some guns are average level 5. I got most of my skins back. I got everything back. I'm back to prestige. I could prestige if I want to, but I'm not going to because there's no point, but
Mhm.
it's still good. All right, back onto the actual new stuff. So we're going to start off with some fun stuff, and then we're going to start with the more controversial stuff, and then we'll get into the hype stuff, and that's about it. So,
Alrighty then.
so Elon Musk, this was a thing, by the way. Person of the Year goes to Greta Thunberg, whatever the fuck her name is. Uh, the child advocate for environmental stuff. Why was it?
Oh, is that? Yeah, that's that girl that was like spoke at the wherever
Yeah,
UN or whatever it was.
yeah. So Greta Thunberg is Time's 2019 Person of the Year, but like Elon Musk exists. Like, come on. Elon Musk is a genius and he's working super duper hard on like space travel, and he even created the Cybertruck. Which brings me to the first topic I have. Rocket League petition calls for the Tesla Cybertruck as DLC.
Oh, I could see it.
That would be so awesome.
They add a lot of vehicles to to Rocket League.
They added the Batmobile, they can add the Cybertruck.
Yeah, they added the Jeep from Jurassic Park.
Mhm.
Like, can't you also? I think you can also, or I might have heard it somewhere. They wanted to get the Ghostbusters car too. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think they did do that. Did they?
Yeah, I don't know if they succeeded. I don't remember if if it actually happened, but I saw that somewhere.
Rocket League Ghostbusters Ecto Car Pack. Yep, they totally
Yeah,
did. Yep.
yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, exactly. And this is Rocket League is a popular game. Like
exactly. It's still very popular and it's a lot of fun too. Even I play
yeah,
it now
I'm
from time
not.
to time.
Yeah, I've played it. I don't own it, but I've played it a couple times with my buddy in Wainwright.
Exactly, right? So yeah, that's a thing. So sign the petition if you haven't, because I would love to see Cybertruck in the game. I'd pay $1.99 just to get Cybertruck. Are you kidding me? I'll get it from my PayPal account. I don't care.
See, and that's something that's better than like at least with that game, like different vehicles are a little bit different, like different speed boosts or something like that, right?
Different power, different
Yeah,
body shapes.
yeah, exactly. And the different shapes actually affect how the ball moves. So it's not just a skin; it actually affects gameplay.
Hmm.
So that's something I would, yeah, exactly. For only $1, what did you say, $1.99? So $2. You know, like that's something I would actually do because it actually helps with game compared to just buying a skin.
Yep.
Like that's something that actually makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And it's more helping like a indie company called Psyonix, even though it's like also benefiting, Epic Games and Steam and stuff like that. It's like it's still going to Psyonix, so
It's not EA, and that's what you're happy about.
that's exactly it. It's not EA. So, let's move on to the next topic. Here's a sad one, but it's also kind of hilarious. Gamers spent $1.4 million on a game character, and his friend sells it for $500.
Wait, what?
So apparently, it's being reported that a gamer who spent a whopping $1.4 million on his character in an MMORPG ended up losing it for just $52. As reported by a Chinese
How,
news station, a man in China had parted with the cash to build up his character in Justice Online. He then loaned the buff character to his buddy. Justice Online, not it.
Oh, I thought you said I thought you said Injustice. I'm like,
I did say in Justice Online, but not the game Injustice. He then loaned the buff character to his buddy, who reportedly then tried to hold the character to ransom. The friend, or should I say friend, reportedly tried to sell the character back to its original owner for $555,000, but mistakenly listed it at $552. It was then purchased by an unknown third party, which then led to a lawsuit. The character's original creator took legal action against both the game's developer and his former friend.
but who would spend over $1 million on creating a character in a game?
I have no clue. This guy apparently.
A multi-millionaire apparently.
This all comes from GameBite, by the way. So check out the GameBite article. Link in the description. I'm not just making this up as I go, and I'm not taking their words as mine. I'm literally just reading off of this, which is what I'm going to be doing for all of it. But the $1.4 million. I don't think I've spent $1.4 million in my life. I don't think my life is worth that much.
Nope, no. There's no way you've.
Oh, fuck you.
No way.
My life is
No,
worth my life is worth a lot, Davis.
No. I'm saying no. There's no way you've spent $1.4 million.
Yeah, and this guy is just like, yeah, I'll just part with 1.4. What the fuck does he do for his job? Like most people have families.
But I don't know. There's millionaires. There's billionaires in the world.
Exactly, right? So, I mean, if you got the extra money to flaunt on a character, I mean, why not, right? If I had enough
If that's your
money,
passion, I guess.
exactly. If I was a billionaire and I hardcore played Black Ops 4, I would buy every fucking reserve pack to get every skin ever made. And it's like, cool, it cost me $100,000 to get every skin in the game, but it was worth it because now I have every skin in the game.
I don't think that it would ever cost that much money.
Oh, I think it
But
would.
I
Dude,
see your
it's
point.
Activision. It's Activision. I guarantee one of these days. Because what was the, how much did it cost to, how much did Star Wars?
Like to download all the downloads.
Yeah,
like
to like,
all the maps and skins and weapons and
it cost
what's the grand-
$2,100 to unlock everything in Star Wars Battlefront 2. The EA edition, not the beautiful bless up edition of the game, the EA version, the remaster. So $2,100, there was like 4,000 hours or something like that, and there are people that are willing to sink that time in, and that's fine. But also the people that aren't willing to sink that time in, and they just want to play as Darth Vader, and they don't want to spend 40 hours playing as a stupid stormtrooper grunt getting killed over and over again to get this character. Yeah,
hence the major controversy over the game.
exactly. That's why they went down in history as the most disliked Reddit comment in history, and one of the worst companies on the planet, let alone the U.S. So there you go.
Maybe not the planet. There are actual, companies that are drilling mines and stuff like that in the other side of the world and just killing people. So
that's fair.
I wouldn't say on the planet.
Okay, that's fair.
That's a little bit of an overreaction.
But in America, definitely one of the.
You can say maybe one of the biggest, most hated gaming or
one of the most
media.
hated. It is definitely one of the most hated gaming companies. I think like
that would make more sense.
The top 3 I found, or top 4 I would say, are like EA, Epic Games, Ubisoft, and Activision. Those are like the top 4. Yet people still keep buying their shit. I bought 2 copies of Black Ops 4 because I thought I would play it on PlayStation 4. Didn't really play it on PlayStation 4. Playing on Xbox. Now I'm playing on Xbox. And it's like, fuck me. Yeah. Welcome to my stupid life. Next time I'm not gonna buy a game on PlayStation. I honestly thought about selling my PlayStation, but there are too many exclusives to fucking pass up. I'm not gonna bother. Okay. Let's move on to this one by Lad Bible. Congressman stole campaign funds to buy games and pleads guilty. Republican Congressman Duncan D. Hunter, what a fucking dickhead name, has pleaded.
That sounds like a video game character.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a video game character
or
too.
an anime character.
He looks like a video game character too. If you look at the picture of him, this is him right here. Man, he looks like a fucking video game character. But anyways, Hunter has pleaded guilty to stealing campaign funds to buy, among other things, 1,300 worth of games on Steam. In total, he and his wife took more than $150,000 in campaign funds to buy games, Lego sets, groceries, vacations, and perhaps most strangely, plane tickets for their pet rabbits, Egbert and Cadbury.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so yeah, the story begins back in 2016, blah, 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 nobody really cares. Really, dude? Are you that poor? Are you that much of a scummy congressman that you have to steal money from people to buy your own video games?
That's okay. That's not okay, but there are people that have stolen money from like charities for say maybe not video games, but for their own personal gain.
Well, yeah, that's
so
true.
It's not so more of it being not a surprise. Like people do dumb shit.
They do dumb shit, yeah, but like, really, people believe in a congressman, so they can get certain laws passed, and have a fair presidency and maintain a democracy. But no, let's just give it to the guy and let's let the guy take it and spend the money on fucking World of Warcraft. Let's let it spend it on Rocket League. Like, come on.
It's not like they let him. He obviously stole it.
Well, he stole it, and like now he's
what's his sentence?
Let's take a look at his sentence.
Make sure to add
maximum penalty for their crimes is 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Still, good. Like he bought XCOM 2, Firewatch, Super Hot, Stardew Valley, Broforce, and Dark Souls 3. So maybe it was worth it, is what this article says. Oh man, he can rot in jail for all I care. Like, really?
So he got fined $250,000 and
5 years in prison.
and he stole $150,000. So he got fined $100,000 more
Then what? Yeah.
than
Well,
what he
you gotta have a
stole.
sentence for it. You gotta be punished for it. So yeah, I hope it's worth it, and I hope everyone learns the lesson of don't steal money. That's just the
I love
lesson
how
here.
you said. I love how you said that. Don't steal money. Like you were thinking about what it was. Like,
I was thinking about something that happened earlier today. So I work at a pool, obviously, as people know, which is another thing. I get fired, but I have a new job lined up for me, so I think I should be good. But anyways, I was at the pool today, and we were teaching high school kids. This is the most disrespectful high school kids I ever had. I had to go drill sergeant on their ass. And if I ever find this guy, I'm gonna go drill sergeant on him too. Like, he will not have a fun time in prison, especially since he's a congressman. Oh my god,
oof. Yep.
he's not gonna have a. He's gonna get shivved on the first day. That's just how it's gonna be.
Probably
Well, I mean, he was already a crook, then he became more of a crook, and
a crook.
now he's a convicted
What's with
crook.
you and words, man?
What's
Crook,
crook?
Ubisoft, and popcorn.
Ubisoft? That's how people say it. Some
But
people say Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Some people say Ubisoft.
Fine.
That
But
that
come
one's
on.
fine. That one's fair. Popcorn is my own personal thing.
Popcorn.
Popcorn. Would you like some pop? Would you like some Jif and some popcorn? Okay, let's move on to you know what that guy is gonna need? You know what that congressman is gonna need? Jesus. You know where you could find Jesus? On the Vatican Minecraft server. No, this is not a joke. The Vatican itself now has its own Minecraft server for quote non-toxic gameplay.
Huh.
So
Because they couldn't get it anywhere else because everywhere is toxic.
yeah. So I want to spin up a few servers in the Vatican for gamers who want a little less toxic and a bit more community. What should be my first server? And the overwhelming vote with 64% was Minecraft. Team Fortress 2 was 23%, which is the next biggest one. Father Balaker, I think that's how you say his name, has done previous stints as a tech blogger and software developer and hosts the Week in Tech alongside his duties as a priest. So he likely knows a thing or two when it comes to setting up his own Minecraft server. So this is the guy right here. Shout out to this guy. Fucking Vatican Minecraft server. What a god.
Huh. What a god.
If you like, the server's up and running now over at this website, minecraft.digital. Just suit. Although, as a new tweet shows, it's already incredibly popular. No promises the Pope himself will show up and help you requisite Scatta in pace, the Ender Dragon, though. Oh, the Italian way to say rest in peace, I'm pretty sure.
That's kind of like when we were talking a while ago about Bernie Sanders becoming a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, it's Latin, sorry. Requiescat in pace is Latin, not Italian, so my apologies. But yeah, it's kind of the same thing, but except this is not a meme. This is actually real.
yeah.
The
Well,
Vatican...
the Vatican is its own country. I had to think for a second. I almost said continent. Its own country. So having it that way, you can do whatever the heck you want.
Vatican City is a country in Europe. Wow, that's really interesting. I actually didn't know it was a full-on.
You didn't know
country.
that?
No.
Yeah, the Vatican's its own country.
It's a city-state.
It's literally.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's literally the city, and then inside is the Vatican. Is inside. So like, you step here, you're in whatever city it's in, and then you step.
Rome, I think it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Exactly. You could literally be standing on one side, you're in a different country.
Yeah.
And then kind of like Lloydminster, but like opposite. So Lloydminster's on the city of Lloydminster is both in Saskatchewan and Alberta, depending on what side you're standing on. But this is other way around. It's the city is inside.
They got a really shitty deal on where they got. They're landlocked completely. They will not be able to get any sort of, water and any sort of water business. It's kind of like most of Canada. Like the inside is completely landlocked, so we won't be able to, export fish or anything. But we make it up for another reason.
We got the oil.
Yeah, exactly. That was a shitty joke. I'm sorry, but anyways, yeah, go join the Vatican Minecraft server. I would check it out, but I got other things to do. So also, I'm not a religious person. I don't think it's right for me to be on there. I'm also toxic as fuck, so I would
Yeah,
just be
we
on there
swear
just like,
way
all right,
too much.
bitches, who wants to set up an automatic melon farm? And it's like, sir, could you stop swearing? What
Jesus
the fuck did you
Christ.
say to me? Yeah. So yeah, there's that. So let's move on to the really cool stuff. Um, there's a lot going on with Xbox One and stuff like that. But let's go into some of the game releases and stuff like that. So Riot Games is first things first. Riot Games is becoming a actual multi-game studio. Wow, what a surprise! Because Riot Games was the publisher of League of Legends, and they only had that game for about 7 or 8 years until they came out with Teamfight Tactics this year actually during the summer, and then that after that they released like a ton of different uh like trailers for games, like a League of Legends fighting game and a card game and stuff like that. So
Okay.
they're actually teaming up with outside studios to make single player League of Legends games. So I'm excited to see what this could actually be, because I bet they could be really really good stuff.
I think the characters are unique enough. They could do a Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter style game
Oh, that's what they're doing.
with. Oh, that's literally what they're doing?
Yeah, they're doing a fighting game.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so that'll
I've never played League of Legends or World of Warcraft.
don't
I
touch
know
it.
they're
It's
not. I
toxic
know.
as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I know. I've like I don't know the characters, but I've seen some of them. So I think it would make for good 1v1 fighting style.
yeah. I would definitely play that against you, and I would know all the characters and all the moves.
Yeah, but I'd
Well,
still
most
kick
of the
your ass
characters.
because I'm good at Mortal Kombat.
That's fair. You have
that's one game that I'm actually pretty good at.
you have the skills. I have the knowledge. So we'll see which one's better. But
I don't know. We still have to play Pokemon Snap.
that's true. But there was a recent update when I went to go. I think I went to go play like Teamfight Tactics or something. Or no, I got an email. I just got a random email saying what you need to do is change your League of Legends account to a Riot Games account, because it's not going to be just on the League of Legends client. There's going to be entire Riot clients that you can play your games off of. So you
Oh,
just have
cool.
to. It's like a quick swap over. All you have to do is just like put in a new username, and then you're good to go. And it's like you're ready for when all of the new games come out in the year, like 2020, 2021, whatever
Huh.
comes out. So I'm excited to see what they come out with. I saw a lot of the videos, and everyone was like super duper hyped for it. They were like, "Oh my god!" like ready to fucking orgasm at their computers like K-pop fans. But you know, there's just like, just show us this. But you know what they also have? You know what they also have? They also have clothing, like every successful video game and stuff like that. They have clothing. But would you believe that Riot Games collabed with Louis Vuitton to make their own clothing line?
Louis Vuitton. Wow.
Louis
That's
Vuitton.
wow. That seems like that would be something you would see at like Forever 21 or Spencer's or something. Not freaking Louis Vuitton.
So I'm looking at some of this stuff. I think it looks ugly as shit for the most part.
Yeah, but you also think the other Teddy brand stuff looks good. So
Okay, well, I'm showing it on screen right now. Like, look at this shit. Let me Google. Let me send this to you real quick. Hold up. Let me just pop this over to you. I don't like this at all. I think it's absolutely not great. Like, I could see someone pulling it off. Like the bucket hat, sure. Fanny packs are making a comeback, and I don't know why. The shoes, the bag, I can kind of see it. If you got rid of all these fucking marks going across it, the only thing that I think is acceptable is the watch. I think the watch looks super cool.
go away.
The
Fanny.
watch looks cool. Everything else, I could honestly live without knowing, and everything would be fine.
The shoes aren't bad.
I don't like the shoes. I
The
hate them.
bag is, but I don't like anything Louis Vuitton anyway. So
Hmm.
the hoodie's not bad. The hoodie's pretty cool.
The hoodie's not the worst, but some of the more affordable items in Louis Vuitton collection include a monogrammed BB Bando, $170, a diamond bracelet, a
Oh, the watch
pocket
is pretty cool,
square,
too.
and like bracelets and stuff like that. So
It's kind of like it's basically just camo, like navy camo, but with the Louis Vuitton stuff in the background. Like essentially is what this is.
mhm.
I don't know. In comparison to the other stuff we were looking at clothing wise, I personally this stuff looks better
Yeah.
to me.
I don't think it looks great. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I
I want to know what you guys think, because is this something that you would wear? I would wear the watch. The watch looks
the watch looks pretty cool. The blue is really cool on the watch for
yeah.
sure.
The
I wouldn't do either personally, but if I had to choose, I would do this one.
That's fair. I like the fact that it's like kind of like a copperish color. Everything just kind of works there. It has like a League of Legends style. I would definitely paint over the wristband so it's like black or a more fitting color instead of the design that it has on it. I don't
Get
like the
like
design.
get a good matte black.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. But other than that, could really kind of do without that. But I thought that was pretty cool. The most expensive item on there, by the way, is $5,000. So if you're a huge League fan, like I used to be, you'd probably buy it off the spot if you have enough money for it.
If you have $1 million,
If you have
like
$1 million,
the previous guy,
exactly. Or just just become a congressman, start up a campaign, take the money from there. You only get 5 years.
There we go. We gave you two options.
There you go, 2 options. So here's something cool. Did you played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, right?
Yes, sir.
It's getting remakes. It's in development. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. So the original and then the prequel. A new rumor doing the rounds suggests that we could finally be seeing the return of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series. Specifically sounds like the first two. An explanation of what I shared in my server. An Activision contact told me a week or so ago about how Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 had demos or prototypes remade. They went around internally. I didn't share before as I wasn't sure if they were being remade as full games or just a test. This was from a Twitter user by the name of new_wabi sabi. So it's to be taken with a grain of salt, but this does give me hope that we can see some of those awesome skateboard games come back, because the last awesome skateboard game we had was like Skate 3. And other than that, we haven't really seen too much. I guess there was that skateboarding chicken.
The bird, yeah, the bird one that we were talking about.
What's that skateboarding bird called? I don't know why, but I just thought of chimpanzee riding on a Segway. Have you ever seen that video?
No.
Chimpanzee riding on a Segway, chimpanzee riding on a Segway, chimpanzee riding on a Segway, bam, 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 bam. But yeah, anyways.
Alrighty then. That was a random tangent.
Exactly. Well, Skateboard hasn't even come out yet, apparently. It releases on Nintendo Switch in late 2020. Let's just double check with the YouTube video. Yep, Nintendo Switch. It's literally on the Nintendo. Well, guess I'm not playing that for a while.
Yeah, if Tony Hawk, the only thing about Tony Hawk 1 and 2, if I remember correctly, is because I don't think they introduced it until 3, of being able to get off your skateboard and run around, walk around like normally.
Yeah.
Because I remember 1 and 2, you were stuck on it. So hopefully they just kind of revamp it, like bring the graphics up, bring it to modern era for PS4, not just PS5. Hopefully it comes to PS4 as well. And they make it so you can still get off your skateboard. But
yeah,
like I remember playing that, and like playing Skate, like you had to do the trick and you had to go up and actually collect the lettering and stuff like that. I think that was in. I don't remember. I don't remember them individually. I just kind of remember the games as a whole. Underground was the one that I had, and I remember having to like tag buildings, and then you had to run away from the cops. And I remember just zigzagging, like hardcore zigzagging from this helicopter spotlight.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But I'm excited to see what they do with this, to see if it actually comes to fruition, or if it's just a bunch of demos that are just going to be thrown in the trash and just get our hopes up for no fucking reason.
Well, with the success of Crash and like Spyro and stuff like that getting remastered, I think, I think it will eventually. I like that idea, because it's the same ideas that happened with movies, right? Like Conan, Tron, RoboCop, like all those stuff, they got remade, and for the most part people liked the remakes, right? It was kind of repetitive for a while, but I think because of especially we know the success of it's happened already, so I think if the discussion continues on, then it most likely will continue, and Tony Hawk will probably come back to like work on it as well, work on it, but give his input, I guess. They would have like instead of remaking it or instead revamping it, they should remake it with current day
Graphics.
professionals,
Yeah, and
professional skaters and stuff like that. Still include Tony Hawk, some of the classics like Tony Hawk,
oh, I see what you mean.
Bam Margera, but like turn it into like a turn it into a new game. It's like the same game. Like make it Tony Hawk like 5 or whatever, and just
Mm-hmm.
have the new. So it's new graphics, better good mechanics and everything like that.
Yeah, exactly,
And then
right?
add whoever's the pros nowadays, right? I don't
Mm.
follow skateboarding anymore since I'm not, I just
Chad
only.
Muska, I think, is one of them. I don't know. But yeah, I hope that they do something with this instead of just, oh yeah, it's possibly gonna happen and then it crashes. Let's just hope something good. Speaking of sequels, so there's a game on Nintendo Switch called Golf Story. It was released in 2017. It was a massive hit. Apparently, there's going to be a sequel, which is super cool. So in Golf Story, you basically had to solve the world's problems by being a really good golfer. And had a
Okay.
great story, some great gameplay mechanics. I personally enjoyed the game. I didn't beat it at all, but I still enjoyed my time with it when I got the chance to play it. But now they're gonna do that, but with different sports. So from what the logo is telling me, it's like gonna be tennis, soccer, volleyball, uh, baseball, stuff like that. So I'm excited to see what this actually comes up with, and if this will be an actually really good sports game that I recommend people to go buy, because sport games that are good are really becoming rare. So let's just
So
take
it's
that with a grain
not
of salt.
made by EA.
That is not made by EA. None of the good shit's made by EA. Sorry guys, had to throw that out there. Uh, then Untitled Goose Game, the game that won everyone's heart with the stupid goose that honks at people and takes away all of their stuff, is now coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. You're looking confused. Do you remember what this game was?
Nope.
So just look up the when we're done. Just look at the trailer for it. It's really interesting. It's a really fun game. So basically, you play as a goose. You go around and have to complete a bunch of objectives, and it's a lot of fun. It's just a silly game. It's not like something that's meant to be taken super seriously unless you're like a speedrunner for it. That's basically it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's that. Um, we're gonna move on to the last few articles. These are going to have to deal with Xbox One and PS4. So the hardware specs for the Xbox Scarlett have been leaked. Remember,
Yeah,
it's not a leak. This is just they've been revealed.
released.
It's
Yeah,
released, revealed. It's not a leak anymore. Sorry, guys.
just like when we were talking previously about the controller
Mm-hmm.
released leak.
Leak.
Yeah.
So, from what this article is saying, and this could be wrong, it will feature a modern AMD CPU clocked at 3.5 gigahertz, which is a lot of power, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and 12. Wait, what? So it's 28 gigabytes of RAM? A blazingly fast SSD storage with a major differentiation being the graphical prowess. Uh, it'll apparently have computational performance of 4 teraflops and 12 to what the fuck? I don't even understand what half of these are. So basically,
Yeah,
what it's
I'm like you lost me.
yeah. So
I
basically,
I get SSD. I know RAM. I know the gigahertz,
mhm,
and that's okay.
yeah. So basically, what the saying is, this thing has a lot of power, and it's going to be able to run 4K at a 60 frames per second experience, which
Ooh.
I hope that they can overclock it so they can make it so it's not capped at 60. I'd love it if it could be capped at 120, because a 120 is like the maximum that I ever set my games to.
What would you play at 120? Like,
It's just to make sure that it's like running smoothly. So if I see the frames start dropping from 120, then it's like, okay, now I know I have an issue. It literally serves no purpose. So
the only thing I guess like wasn't I remember Red Dead Redemption. They was really popular when you played it in 120.
mm-hmm.
Because it flowed better, and like racing games you would probably want to play at like 60 or 120.
Yeah, you want to play.
But
You want to play most games at it. Any multiplayer game, you want to play at high frames per second. Otherwise, you're gonna be shit out of luck and you're gonna get destroyed.
oh, that's part of the reason I get destroyed because I only play it whatever the basic. Maybe I have no idea what's the basic setting for a PS4. I've never changed it.
Let's just take a look. PS4
I've
FPS.
I have no clue what the hell. Any of,
Average frame rate is around 30 FPS.
then
Since
that's
it's just more
probably
stable.
what I'm playing on.
Yeah,
Because
that's the
I have a
standard for consoles.
yeah I have a 1080p TV. So
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm excited for the future where I get to update all of my monitors so that they are like 4K monitors with like barely any lag. So I could just be a professional gamer playing solitaire at the fastest speeds imaginable. So I'm excited for this. So excited for this Xbox One. If it's everything it says it is and it's better than the PS4, we're going to see a lot of players coming back to the Xbox One. Because a lot of people are just like, what's the most powerful? Not what's the like necessarily favorite. Because a lot of people will switch back and forth because they went from PS2, which was the best console, to Xbox 360, which was the best, and then PS4, which is the best now. And will it go back to Xbox One? And then Nintendo's basically off doing its own shit that's like, yeah, everyone universally loves this console, even though it's really like
Well,
lagging in some
Nintendo
things.
is they've always been more family and kid orientated with like Smash Bros and Pokemon. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you made me lose my train of thought. Well, no, so but the thing is PlayStation's still gonna stick with their exclusives. That's the I think the big thing that sways
The
between
selling point,
Xbox and
yeah.
between Xbox and PlayStation is because the specs are mostly at par for most things. And like I know another part about that swayed um PlayStation compared to Xbox, especially for me when I originally went to PS4 and instead of Xbox One was also even though it's not really popular anymore, but Blu-ray. Like if you want to actually own a copy of a movie instead of watching it on Netflix or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Blu-ray compared to Xbox that did HD DVD, which got destroyed. No one ever bought them, right?
Yeah, exactly,
So
right.
that was another thing that I remember that kind of swayed towards it.
Mm-hmm. And even like I remember we said this on the last podcast. Like Phil Spencer even said, we sold a console that was worse for more expensive, and that's kind of where we lost people. So this one, they're actually being like, hey, we're making sure we have the better console. We're making sure the price is competitive, so we're not easily going to lose. Because everyone
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, PS4 is easily better than Xbox One. It's like, and then people would argue, it's like, no, it's going to be better. And then they had the stupid, always has to be online. You can't use used games unless you pay the price for it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have the Kinect plugged in all of the time. It's bigger. It destroys your discs. Like there were so many problems with the
Uses a
Xbox One.
lot more heat. Yeah.
Exactly. There were so many problems with the Xbox One, and it's like it's no wonder people went to PS4. At that point, when these two consoles were coming out, I stuck on PC. I was mostly just a PC junkie, and if I wanted to play on Xbox, I would steal my brother's until I got to the point where my brother would keep it in his room because he was playing it lots. And I was like, well, what am I gonna do? And I was just like, well, I'm gonna buy my own Xbox, and I bought an Xbox One S when everything was better for it
Mm-hmm.
and it was cheaper. It was like $400 for the console plus 4 games, and I was like,
Wow. Yeah, that's a
yeah.
really good deal.
Well, here's the deal. It was Halo 5, Halo the Master Chief Collection, which now has 6 games on it. It has Halos 1, 2, 3, 4, ODST, and Reach. Which, by the way, I played Halo Reach when it came out on December 3rd. Or was it? Yeah. I played it December 3rd. Holy shit, this game looks amazing now. It's literally the exact same graphics, but it looks way better on an Xbox One. It just runs way smoother. I beat the
Mm-hmm.
game in 6 hours on Legendary. In one stream, I was so happy, and I was so happy playing through it again, even though I was really salty at some parts of the game because it was like, cool, I just got shot once and I died. Great, thanks game, and stuff like that. But
Wow. That's gonna
anyways,
happen in a
yeah.
game.
Anyways, then there was like the Gears Ultimate Collection and Gears 4. And then I bought Recore because I thought it would look like a cool game, and I played it, and it was a lot of fun. So, and then when I bought my PlayStation, I never nearly played it as much as I did with my Xbox.
Yeah, you're an Xbox boy.
I'm an Xbox boy for life. As soon as PlayStation integrates its trophies with something useful, then I'll start playing it. But for now, I will stick my ass on Xbox because that's where I grew up, and that's where I came from, and that's what I love. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna give Xbox a hard time. I still do. I've tried to get into their xCloud system. I tweeted at them a few times and they won't respond to me. And I'm like, you fucking assholes. I want to play it. I want to play fucking pinball on my phone with an Xbox controller when I'm bored at work. I want to, well, not really, but you know what I mean. I want to be on the train and it's like, cool, we're stuck in this train for half an hour. Okay, let us play. What's a good game? Halo Reach. Let me play Halo Reach on my phone. My phone can definitely run it. All I need is a power bank, which I can definitely buy. I will definitely buy a power bank, and I will charge it every night, and then I will have basically an Xbox to take anywhere I want to.
Hmm.
That's what I want to do. But no, Xbox keeps denying me it. But
Okay.
let's move on to the last few topics. This is this article is like Xbox Scarlett has one major advantage over the PS5. There are two sides to this. Xbox has one advantage, PS5 has a different advantage. So PS5 will have VR, like PS4 has VR.
Yeah.
So
the
like the the
yeah, like the
goggles.
VR. Yeah, that you can. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So PS4 has VR. We all know this. Everyone loves it. Xbox is not going for that. Xbox is like, nobody's asking for VR. And to be fair, that's kind of true. I don't really see people like, oh, I wish
It,
this was in VR. I wish
yeah,
Halo
exactly.
was in VR.
It's not super crazy popular yet. It's like the most popular VR I've seen is the saber, like, Star Wars,
Yeah,
like,
the saber
lightsaber.
beats. Yeah,
Yeah, that's been the, because it's still it's good, but it's still nothing as we want it to be yet.
exactly. It's not. It's kind of like the PS Vita I found, which was also kind of a topic. Is like,
Yeah.
PlayStation is no longer supporting the PS Vita,
Well,
which
Vita was better than Connect.
yeah,
Like, or Vita. No, I'm thinking Move.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
wrong
yeah. Vita
thing.
was the handheld console to
Yeah, yeah.
fight with the DS. PS Vita was just ahead of its time. That's exactly what it was. It was just way ahead of its time. And I've honestly
Mhm.
wanted a PS Vita so I could be like, cool, let's play Borderlands 2 on the train.
Well, yeah, Vita was sorry, it was competing with the DS.
Yeah, the DS and the Game
And
Boy and
yeah, and Nintendo has that market. Portable gaming is Nintendo,
yep, there's the
hands down.
3DS and now there's the Nintendo Switch, which is over here. And they're coming out with they came out with the Nintendo Switch Lite, which I've heard was very successful. A brand new version of the Nintendo Switch, so instead of having 3 to 4 hour battery length with just a handheld console, it's like 4 to 8, something like that. They really bumped up the numbers there. So if you want something mobile, go for that until these streaming services come out. Is that's what I'm gonna do. If I ever go on vacation to like, hey, we're gonna go on a plane, I'm gonna take my Switch. I'm gonna be playing it
Yeah.
on the plane.
Yeah, if I was traveling a lot, I would definitely do that too.
Yeah, until like the xCloud comes out. Then it's like, okay, let me set up my phone. Let me put that on the tray table. Let me pull out this random Xbox controller I have that the TSA guard laughed at. And it's like, cool. Now I'm playing Borderlands 3 on my phone on an airplane. How fucking cool is that? But the advantage that Microsoft has is it's working on making backwards compatibility for everything. So the original Xbox games, so this shitty disc of what the fuck game is this? Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. This I can play on an Xbox Scarlett. Or like all of these other games. Let's pull another one out of here. The Suffering, Ties That Bind.
How big of is the market, do you think? Do you think there's still a lot of people that
Want that?
that have all their old Xbox, like original Xbox games, that they don't have an Xbox console to play them on anymore?
Oh, absolutely. Like even you can go to like flea markets and stuff everywhere. Nobody will destroy the games or throw them out. They will definitely sell them to other collectors and stuff like that.
Sell them for like $1.
Yeah, exactly, right? So like and it's not even just that. It's Xbox One games, which are the new kind of standard.
Yeah,
And
of course.
they have like the digital content games, which are, you know, digital content, whatever. And then the Xbox 360 games, which some of them actually aren't available yet on Xbox One. But let's hope that they have the system down that they can just be like, yeah, you have an Xbox One, that's fine. You can play all your Xbox 360 games on
So
that, and you could play it on the Scarlett if you really wanted to.
so I think that's definitely the better advantage, because like you were saying, VR it's fun. It would be interesting to get into, but it's not popular enough compared to going into Xbox, where exactly you would want to play those games that you played,
Hmm.
5, 10 years ago,
Yeah,
and still be able to play them. So yeah, that's definitely the more popular advantage over the two.
yeah. See, like attachments for video games and stuff like that. A VR system is very cool, but it's also $400 extra that you're spending to play a game in a different way that's
Hmm.
also kind of inferior, because guaranteed I will be able to run faster with the controller and speed run through the game faster than you ever will by having this realistic shit, because you're not going to be used to the aiming, you're not going to be used to the running, you're not
Yeah.
even going to be able to run probably very well. You're
Hmm.
going to have so many different buttons. It's a brand new controller easily, and you have to learn how to use that. You have to set up the cameras, you have to make sure you have enough space. Meanwhile, I could sit anywhere. I could sit in a tiny, cramped little space, and as long as I can go like this, it's not comfortable, but it works.
Yeah,
If you have
exactly.
this much space with VR, yeah, you're just
Like,
it
yeah,
doesn't work.
if you had the money and you wanted that experience, go ahead. But
Average
for
gamer.
the average gamer or even the advanced gamer like yourself, like I think more people would get into it. Like,
That's
and
exactly it.
so and that's coming from me. That's more of a PlayStation fan. Like,
hmm
uh, but that's also me as a non-gamer. So, but I'm just looking at it like logically, like logistically. I think it makes more sense between the two.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Are the price points pretty well the same?
From what
Not counting the VR.
from what I'm understanding so far, we really don't know, but I think it should be close. And that's not to say the PS5 doesn't have backwards compatibility. It's only compatible with like PS4 games compared to the three other generations that Xbox will be able to handle.
That they're trying to that
Yeah,
have they guaranteed it, or they just say they're trying to get there?
I think so far it's just a try.
Yeah,
The
because that's gonna be very difficult. Because Xbox, like, the discs are completely different. Like the code that's on it,
mhm.
right? So that's gonna be hard, really hard to make it being able to. But like they've been want like consumers have been wanting backwards compatibility since the Xbox 360. Like,
And like they got it with the Xbox 360, like you could play some old Xbox games on there. And then the
yeah,
Xbox One was really hard on that. They were like, yeah, you could play old games and use games, but you have to pay for it. And it still isn't a great system, I find, because it's like even if I have the game downloaded from this disc, I still have to have the disc in the game to be like, yeah, okay, you passed the test. It's like still a key, essentially. It's not like,
oh,
okay,
so you put the game in, but you can't run it off the disc itself. You have to use it. Oh, no, I see.
you have to download the game, and then you have to have the game disc in the console to keep playing it.
And then that makes it a little bit laggier, probably too, eh?
Well, like Xbox 360 is always going to be laggy on console. We were playing Halo the other night. My God, the lag on that can be absolutely atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes some things won't even work. What was it? The start of the stream on Monday. We were gonna go for Halo 3, Halo on Xbox 360. Three of us had Xbox Ones. The other person had an Xbox 360 and did not have an Xbox One at all. So as we got into the game, there was a problem. The problem being that Xbox 360 uh, and Xbox One doesn't cross-platform very well with this game. So as soon as you start the level, it would crash you, and it's like, sorry, you can't do this. So what we
Mm-hmm.
had to do is we had to find our old Xbox 360s, plug them in, hook them up to the internet, download the games, download the updates, and then we could all play together and get this achievement, which we did. We ended up doing it. It was a very funny stream, especially when people were coming in and watching me rage over trying to get this hard drive out of an Xbox 360 and having to swap to two different Xbox 360s. My dad has one for when he wants to play Skyrim when he's working out, and we used to have one just as an old one to play as a family. And we
Mm-hmm.
don't really use the old one anymore because it's been dying a lot. Like the game tray, I have to take this little paperclip tool that I made. I literally took a scissor and I said, "Okay, off with the plastic." Now this thing, I plug it in to the gears, and the gears open up the disc tray so it works properly. That's how old this thing is. And
MacGyvered it.
MacGyvered it, exactly. So if Xbox can get rid of all of that bullshit so I can get rid of this console, or I can just hibernate it a little bit more, I'm not throwing this thing out. By all means, I'm keeping this thing in case something happens. Like, oh yeah, the Xbox Scarlett was breaking down and my Xbox Ones are broken. Okay, at least I have the Xbox 360. Or something needs to be done specifically on an Xbox 360. Cool, now I can do it.
It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Exactly, right? So that's what I'm anticipating, and I'm glad that Xbox is taking this step and kind of listening to us, especially after the huge downfall of the Xbox One. So let's hope this shit keeps up. Let's hope that Xbox can smoke the competition and at least make it a competition this year compared to when the PS4 came out.
Blew it out of the water.
PS4.
So yeah, so basically, PlayStation. So if you want VR and you want to stick with the exclusives, still stick with PlayStation. If you want to continue playing your old games, your old original, and like stick with like the exclusives via and backwards compatibility, go to Xbox basically.
And if you want something for mobile that's a lot of based on fun and not like achievements or anything like that, get like a Nintendo Switch or a 3DS.
Get your cute little Pikachus.
Exactly. If you want as many games as you possibly want with no restriction with no restrictions for how low or high the graphics can go, with as much customizability as you want, get a PC. Get a PC, spend 10 grand on a PC and a VR system, get 3 monitors, get a webcam, keyboard, mouse, all of that good shit. You should spend roughly around $10,000. You have everything top of the line, and you can play everything exactly how you want to play. You want to play Halo Reach on PC at 6,000 frames per second? Sure, you could do that, but you're going to need a lot of money for it. But that's just the thing. That's everything has its own unique niche, which I think is really, really impressive. And everything, and I'm glad it's
as long as you don't hate each other for something. Like you and I, we literally like we said it.
PS4 scumbag.
I like PSP. Oh, we don't hate each other for liking a different console. So
yeah, exactly.
Get rid of this freaking
the army.
The PC master race hating on console gamers.
Yeah, console gamers are fun. We can all just have a mutual hate towards mobile gamers until xCloud comes out and like the PlayStation system. Because let's face it, mobile games are not games; they are advertisements that you play.
As long as it's not like Facebook games, it's fine.
Yeah, Facebook games are fine. The games that aren't fine are these stupid games that are like, you need to pay 99 cents to keep playing the game.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works. A game like Hearthstone, you can pay 99 cents to play the game, or you can just play the game for free and do your best. Because people have done it before. They've made it to high ranks with like not buying a single pack. Or there are even better game modes, like the new Battlegrounds mode in Hearthstone. You don't need to buy any cards or any characters. You just go into the game, and you basically play a game of auto chess that's going to be constantly updated and adding new characters and adding new cards and stuff like that. Like, there's something for everyone, but mobile games, the fucking mobile games, or the betas that are like, yeah, pay $9.99 to open this area, that's not okay. That's something every single gamer should say, no. We do not like it, and we will stand against it. And
well, it's obviously succeeding. There are people that are playing it because I think it's called Shadow Legends or something like that.
Raid Shadow Legends? Fuck.
Yeah, that apparently is one of the most popular apps in general downloaded of 2019.
Which is...
So, well, like, I mean, yeah, if you as a gamer may not appreciate it, but there are people that they can't afford an Xbox, PC, and everything like that, but they have a tablet, right? That's where the realm comes because that's an actual full RPG or MMORPG or whatever full game. It just happens to be on tablet instead of on a console. So
and that's fine.
You have to give a little bit of leeway. If you call yourself a gamer and all you play is Angry Birds, then no.
Angry Birds is fine. I'll give Angry Birds the pass because it's not pay to play.
whatever. Fine, you know what I mean.
Pay to play is the issue. Like what you said about Raid Shadow Legends, it's a full game. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with the platform. I have a problem with games that are essentially just cash grinding. All the stupid casino games that are all the exact same, that just you have to keep paying to play, that you're not getting anything out of. Like, go to a real casino. Because that $20 you put into your game on your phone, you could get 20,000 back at a slot machine in real life. Make the effort. Spend the extra $10 on gas. Make the effort. But I was just thinking of this right now. The mobile marketplace will be a little bit destroyed when xCloud comes in and like all of these game streaming services. Because what was it? I bought Stardew Valley on my phone. It runs exactly the same as regular Stardew Valley, except it's just got a different interface. So if games keep doing like that, they keep going like that. Minecraft has done it, Stardew Valley has done it, all these games, then the mobile marketplace is just going to die out. All these pay-to-play games are going to be destroyed. Only dumb
again, like what we were
them.
talking about with Netflix and Disney, it's not going to happen anytime soon, because there are still, like I said, a bunch of people that like kids, for example, will play on an iPad instead of on a Switch or something like that, right?
No, but what I'm saying is, like, when these streaming services come out, like the Xbox streaming service, where you can play all the Xbox Game Pass games on it for like $1 for your first 3 months, more people are going to be more enticed to go to that instead of, paying $20 a week to play the shitty mobile game that they're addicted to.
Yeah, it all depends on the consumer. Yeah, true.
Don't be a dumb consumer. Pick one of the brands that are actually going to allow you to play the game that you pay for. Like I paid like $300 for like 36 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and so I'm getting my money's worth. Like, I'm playing a shit ton of the games that are on there, and I'm having a good time, compared to the guy that's probably spent $300 a month playing Candy Crush, being like, I lost a game.
I don't think anyone's paying $300 a month for a mobile game.
Exactly, right? It's so fucking dumb.
Well, anyway,
this
has been the podcast.
Exactly, this has been the M3 podcast. Davis, take away the intro. I've ranted too much. My throat hurts. I'm dying.
Are you guys excited for January 14th for Crisis
No.
to finish up? I know I am. Jayden may not be. What is your opinion? Do you think Netflix is still going to survive even with the rage of Disney Plus? Again, let us know how long do you think it will last? Are you going to get into it anytime and get onto anything other than The Mandalorian? And what is better? What do you think is better between the Xbox advantages and PlayStation advantages? Let us know what you think. Until next time, we'll talk to you next week.
Peace, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you like this podcast, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Links will be in the description.